Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Good morning. It's a sunny, awesome Saturday here.
Yeah.
So gorgeous outside. It's supposed to be 68 today, I think, or something. So,
somewhere around
this is-
there. I think we're gonna have a couple good days.
yeah,
Yay.
yeah.
And everything's exploding outside. We got to have our first salad last night
Oh my
from
God.
the garden. Some of the greens overwintered, and then there's some natural, lovely greens coming out that I foraged, and
Unbelievable.
we'll be doing that.
The life force coming. I mean, the arugula and what? Well, you could say.
Yeah.
And we had it. It's literally like eating a different vegetable.
Yeah.
And we get organic arugula. It's great, right, from Wegmans. But Laura's,
It's so different,
It's like a different,
definitely. It's
literally
lots-
like a different plant.
Definitely
Yeah.
a lot spicier, and I think that the overwintering also makes it even more flavorful. So we
Right.
will go outside at some point, and it'll probably be soon. Do one of these outside because some of the
Yes.
lovely spring greens will be gone once it
Yeah.
gets
Garlic greens and
really
things
warm.
like that,
so
right?
yeah, the
Yeah.
garlic mustard
Right,
and that type of
right.
thing. So.
Right.
We'll go around the yard. But today, speaking of food, we're going to talk about the importance of eating family dinner together, which is something that's happening quite a bit now for many families with this pause. And I think that's one of the really huge upsides of everyone being home. Is that
I think it's
time
safe to
together.
say, we didn't talk about this before, but Laura and I she grew up in Rochester, New York area, Penfield. I grew up in Columbus, Ohio. It wasn't even discussed that you wouldn't be there for a family dinner.
It's true.
It was never like, you never even, it was such
Yeah.
an assumption without even, it was unsaid.
Yes.
You just showed up for dinner. I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't, I got something else to do. And I mean, from birth until I left for the Marines at 18, every night.
Yes.
Without fail. I mean, right?
Yes.
When you say?
Yes.
And I think that fabric that's created with that, I mean, to some people, maybe it's not a great memory. Some people, it's an awesome memory. I had a good memory of it. So it's funny that we didn't even get to talk about this. I just came to me as we were talking about it. It's like, well, we grew up with had family dinner every night.
Right,
Right?
right,
I mean-
right. Yeah, and it is, I think it's just the importance we place on food and mealtime. It's really shifted, and I don't think it's just individual families. I think it's a society on the whole. I mean, them shifting how sports are handled
Oh, yeah.
for
Oh,
school
geez,
and
yes.
having these practices and different things that happen during the dinner hour, whereas when we were growing up, you went from school to practice to home in time for dinner.
Always.
So it's-
I played sports.
Yeah.
I was a football player for 11 years. I mean, yeah, I played.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's exactly right. Exactly right.
So the many health benefits, there's so many research, these are all medically researched health benefits that we're going to talk about today. And some of the obvious ones are that it just promotes a healthier dinner table when you have the family at it. So there tends to be healthier foods, more of a choice of fruits and vegetables at the dinner table when you're feeding the whole family, which makes sense. If you think about eating on your own, you might not be putting out as much food or as many choices. And when the whole family's there and they see those different choices on the table, you're going to have one of the other health benefits, less picky eaters, because
True. Because
once-
they're introduced to so much more.
right. And an important piece of that, one of the tips from today, is to make sure that you just put a little bit of food on their plate, even if they don't want to try it. Like, for example, if you're serving, broccoli, put it on there. We're not big into forcing people to eat things, but if they can just taste it, that's
Right.
fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
They
Oh,
might
yeah.
not even taste it the first time, but just put it there.
And
let it have a spot.
And we are big foodies. We love to cook. Both of us cook. We love to cook. Our son loves to cook. Our daughter's getting into cooking. It just happened last night. Lily does not particularly like, our daughter does not particularly like peppers. Not like jalapeno, but like red bell pepper. And Laura had made this to me. We're making fajitas. She made fajitas last night and made these peppers. And she goes, "Come on, lady, try this." And he's like, "I don't like peppers." She goes, "No, but this is different." And it was. And it was really sweet and stuff. And lady tried. She goes, and she made it. She goes, it's true. It wasn't bad. I think she's in her mind. She said, "I don't like peppers." So it's an example of, well, at least try it.
Right.
And then you'll have a known dislike of it rather than not trying it at all.
Yeah, and I think there's actually, there's studies out there that they say that the more times you're exposed to something, the more used to that you get, and you might actually develop a taste for it. And I know for me that's been absolutely true about things that I have not liked, and I keep on trying, and then I like them.
Oh, there's so
finally,
many things that she eats all the time. And Laura's
Yeah.
not a picky eater.
Yep.
at all.
No.
And she never ate. She eats all the time now. So
Right.
she said, I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
And yeah, no,
It does
I would
work.
agree.
It does work.
I would agree.
Yep. Better relationships. So you're spending that time together, which is such an important time, and it's kind of at the end of your day,
Right.
and it's a great time to talk. And we're gonna have a little bit of conversation about how to help out with that. We used to do the pretty typical. A lot of people do this: the high-low. What was the best part of your day? What was the worst part of your day? Start out the dinner sitting down for, starting the conversation, which usually isn't a problem in our household because we all like to talk.
Yeah.
But it was always
That's
good
very,
to check
very
in,
true.
and sometimes you
No,
learn
no,
things
no.
about
Yeah.
the kids' days and
Yeah.
our days that we had no idea happened. So really a good way to check in. Another idea for that is, a karma day. You could say, how did you help someone today? And
Our dog's name.
yeah, just give an example of how you helped someone today and how someone else helped you today. And that can
That's a
be
good
a
one.
really
Yeah,
good,
I love that one. Yeah.
really good conversation starter too, and also as well as finding out more, about the kids. And I'm sure many of you have ideas about this, so share them in the comments. So
Yes.
better grades. This is a really big statistic. So
Of all this
having
list, that's the
family-
one I didn't know. Yeah.
yeah, there's a study that shows that teens who had 5 to 7 family dinners a week were twice as likely to have A's and B's than the kids that didn't. And here's another interesting statistic. Only 9% of teens who had frequent meals with family did poorly in school. That's really
Wow.
a small percentage. So these teens that are having frequent meals, only 9% actually did poorly in school. So I
Wow.
think, not that grades are the focus of everything, because they really are not. They don't necessarily equate happiness or that type of thing. But if you're looking for a tool to help out with that, that's eating dinner together can be it.
Yep.
All right. It actually promotes portion control, believe it or not, because if you think about what's happening, if you're not having family dinners together, sometimes you're eating alone, you're cooking at home.
Right.
But a lot of times people are doing things like eating out. And think about the portions in the restaurants these days. They've gotten huge. They've gotten really obscenely huge.
We've gotten to split things now. A long time ago, we were all going out to dinner.
Yeah.
We go to an Italian restaurant and we just split an entree because it was so huge.
Right,
You know.
right. Or how many times did you go to a lovely meal, you do all your ordering at once, and you're done, then you're full after the appetizer.
Right.
Because the appetizer is big enough. It's bigger than the old entrees when we used to go out when we were kids.
Yeah,
So
yeah, sure.
portion control is definitely one of those benefits. Relieving stress, and we're not just talking about, we've been very focused on the children right now, but there was a study done that showed working moms, if there was family dinner at night, it really helped relieve their stress level. So important for the moms, and I'm sure the dads
Well,
as
it's kind of
well.
it's kind of a debriefing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Laura and I have always co-parented, so the days she's at the clinic, I'm home. Days I'm at the clinic,
Yeah.
she's home. So who's ever home cooks, and we've gone in and out of that rhythm since COVID, but we're kind of back into it again, but we don't go, it's your turn to cook. We've never. I don't believe I've said that in the entire time I've known Laura ever,
Yeah.
and nor has she said it to me.
I think what happens though is just when we're all home, I tend to cook.
You can't. Yeah, I was just going to
So
say
that's
that
why
she
I
has
think
been
I've-
tending to cook more.
Yeah.
And I'm a clean freak, so I gladly do the dishes after that. So, but I've seen our kids tipping their toes into trying new things. Definitely,
Yeah.
stuff that they turn up their noses to certain things like sweet potatoes. Laura made this dish the other night, and I won't go into the details. It was just phenomenal. I like sweet potatoes. I was blown away. And the kids go, "Wow, this is really good." Never liked sweet potatoes before that. So it's an opportunity to
Yeah.
and I know people that are texting in
Yeah.
today.
So
saying
it's-
this are
it's-
good cooks. So
Yeah, and exploring new foods. That's what Rick was just saying now. It's a time to explore those new foods. And maybe make it interesting for yourself. There's always so much great stuff, I know, in Wegmans as far as new types of fruits and vegetables out there, or other types of food too. But I used to do this thing with the kids when they were little, is I would pick up a weird looking piece of fruit each week.
Yeah, you
and
did.
then
That's
cut
right.
into
That's
it.
right.
And
I
then
forgot
have
about
them
that.
try it, and they
Right.
were pretty fascinated because some of
Yeah.
it was so cool looking, like
Star
dragon fruit and
and dragon fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even kiwis was
Yeah.
new for them.
Yeah.
You know. So
yeah. So that can be fun to expand their horizons, and then it saves money. It's so much cheaper. I think that it saves like 50% of your money to actually stay in and eat. And that to me even seemed like a low statistic. I feel like it's like a quarter of the cost, especially it depends, I guess, which restaurants you're going to, but you're definitely saving money, which actually helps out with stress. And
and you have complete quality control, right?
Yes,
I mean, that's the thing. Even we have friends that own restaurants.
Yeah.
Her family, her brother owns several restaurants. But as soon as you walk through the door, your control over the food ends.
Yep, and that's another statistic is the weight loss. They said you have a tendency to gain more weight if you don't have family dinner. So that weight loss piece of it is also because of the eating out and that.
Yes.
So,
oh my golly, yes.
Yeah. All right. So some ideas for family dinners. We have some fun kind of tools or toys that we will have at the dinner table that we did with the kids. This is one of our favorite ones, and I think it's called.
I don't know what it's called. We've had it so many years.
No, there's a little name on it. Table Topics.
Table Topics.
And it's this box of cards, and when you're sitting there, you can pick one. And
we have somebody just randomly grab one.
This is helpful, especially when you have a lot of quiet teenagers at the table that are just kind of staring at their food because they can't stare at their phone. So if you pick one of these out and then just go around the table, we always had one person read it and then the rest of the people answered it. And so I just picked out who is one of your heroes and why do they inspire you?
And you have to, then each of us go around the table and say.
Yeah, it's a fun topic. You might learn something new about each other.
Yeah, oh,
Rick
definitely.
and I definitely,
yeah.
the two of us, even though, we've been together for over a couple decades, we'll pick one, and be surprised. I would say we've gone through this box of cards a lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
So, gonna have to go for a new tool.
Yeah. It's been a while, though, so.
Yeah. And speaking of Rick's cleaning, he came across these lovely stones. And this is one of those items that you ask a question and then you rummage around and you pick one of these lovely
little metal disc.
Metal stones. And you can ask a question, close your eyes. You don't have to tell the question, you can if you want.
Yeah.
And you pick it out and it has a word on it. And this one says promise.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
yeah, that's a good one.
And it has beautiful Chinese characters on the back.
Her question was, is Rick ever going to get a haircut?
Promise. I don't know, that promise could go either way.
My sideburns are going to a right angle outside my head. Yeah.
All right, so that's a fun one, and the kids they like this because sometimes they pick a stone, they're like, no way.
Oh, it's
That's
really interesting to watch
perfect.
their reaction.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's really great.
So it's kind
Great.
of fun.
Yeah.
There are also there's an app called Family Chat.
Oh, I didn't know
So there's an app for that.
Oh.
So you could just
Didn't know that
have an
one.
app. It's not my favorite because then the phone's there, but
Yeah, we try to have a non-phone dinners.
yeah, but that Family Chat, great for long distance drives too.
Yes,
So
yeah.
these are great things in the car when you're all in the car together for hours. Really some fun ideas for that. And then there's a website that I printed these off of years ago when we were going on a long distance trip just to have with us in the car. And I just typed them out and put them on these little sheets, and they're conversation starters. And you can just pick one and then,
You're
start
seeing
the
it
conversation.
backwards, of course.
So this one says, what do you love about yourself? So you could use these at the table as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I got this. I want to say if you Google conversation starters or conversation starters world or conversation starters people, something like that, you're going to come up with a bunch of PDFs where you can find these. And you can make these yourselves and use them at your dinner table or give them out to your loved ones for their
Yes.
little ritual at their dinner table or a long distance trip. Right?
Good. Yeah.
All right.
Can I say one thing about
Yes.
all of this? For those of you who aren't into food or don't like to cook, Mark Bittman is a New York Times food writer, and he said something that I think it's a simple sentence but so profound. He said, if you can make a salad, a stir fry, or a soup, you'll be nutritionally set. Because think about those. All those are diverse. You're in the driver's seat. You can make a soup out of anything. Rice and beans or pasta and vegetables. You can do anything with a broth. Stir fry. Think about it again. You can add a bunch of vegetables or meats, whatever meats you like, right? And a salad.
Yeah.
You could have a meat-based salad, like you could have a salad with chicken breast or
True.
shrimp on top.
Yes.
If you like meat, I'm vegetarian. The rest of the family's not, so we tend to have non-meat salads. But think about those three things: salad, stir fry, and soup.
Yeah, we'll have to get
soup
into
can be
that. That'll be a good
soup
topic.
can be stew also. Yeah,
that'll be a
it
good
just
topic.
came to me as we're talking about all this.
Yes,
So
yes.
because
Part
we know
of
some people
family
aren't into
dinners,
food like we are. So
eating family dinner.
yes.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We're off tomorrow, and
Remember
we'll see you
Sundays?
on Monday.
If you can, if it's just a recommendation. We've been doing it the last few weeks of going on a news sabbatical for the Sunday.
Yeah, for Sunday.
And see how that goes for you.
Yes.
I know it's been helping us. So,
Yes,
so.
definitely.
Bye, everybody.
Enjoy it. Bye.
Great talking to you as always.